What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today I'm teaching you how to set up an LLC in Massachusetts two different ways. So the first way we're going to talk about is going through the whole process on your own. The second way leaves all of the hard work to a professional company who handles the entire process for you. So if you want to learn more about LLCs and how to set one up in Massachusetts, then you have come to the right place. Quick heads up, I've put affiliate links in the description for everything we're covering. If you do use them, I earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which does help support the channel. So what exactly is an LLC? A limited liability company, or LLC as it's more commonly known, is a type of business structure that combines the flexibility and simplicity of a partnership with the liability protection of a corporation. By forming an LLC, you establish a separate legal entity for your business, meaning your personal assets are separate from your company's liabilities. In other words, if your LLC has any legal problems or even debt, your personal assets should be out of the picture. Also, LLCs give their owners flexibility in management, taxation options, and a chance to bring in multiple owners known as members who can share in the company's profits and losses. All of these benefits have made the LLC a popular choice for many entrepreneurs starting new or existing ventures. Now you can set up an LLC two different ways like I mentioned before. So to start off, let's go through the process on how to do it your own. So first, of course, you need to choose a name for your LLC. Make sure the name you pick is unique and hasn't already been taken or similar to another business. Checking the Massachusetts Secretary of Commonwealth Business Name Search is a good start, or just a Google search would work just as well. Now, when it comes to naming your LLC, Massachusetts has very few requirements. Of course, the name should be unique and it must include limited liability company, either spelled out or abbreviated in the business name. You also want to make sure it's easy to remember, reflects your brand, and isn't too similar to another registered business in the state. A quick search on the Massachusetts Business Database can help you confirm your choices available before moving forward. Next step, you need a registered agent, or a resident agent as they're called in Massachusetts. A registered agent's job is to be the middleman for important legal documents for the business from the state. You or another member of the LLC who is a legal resident of Massachusetts can be a registered agent for the LLC. Now, it's important to consider availability if you want to go this route. If all of the members work full-time outside of the business, fulfilling those duties in-house make it tricky. Because of that, an outside person or service may be a better fit, so definitely consider all of your options. Now we can actually move on to creating the LLC. Massachusetts does this by officially filing the certificate of organization with the state. Some of the questions you're going to see in the certificate are your EIN, which we'll talk about more later, the name and the address of the LLC, what the business will do, the name of the registered agent, the name and address of each member of the LLC, and a dissolution date if you want there to be one. State fees are due with the application, and the fee is $500, and you could file your paperwork online through the Secretary of the Commonwealth or by mail. The next step is to create your operating agreement. Massachusetts doesn't require LLCs to have one, but an operating agreement makes sure all the members are on the same page. Even in a single member LLC, it's still better to have one. Think of it as a blueprint for your business. The agreement itself should have the breakdown in ownership, members' rights and responsibilities, how profits and losses are divided, what happens in the event of disputes in the business, and the procedure if a member wants to leave or close the LLC altogether. Now, these documents are often called leaving agreements, meaning they can and should be changed at any time to show any changes in the LLC. Next, you need an employer identification number or an EIN for your business. An EIN is kind of like your business's social security number. Having one is crucial to opening a business bank account, applying for a business loan, hiring employees, or even paying business income taxes. It's even a question on your certificate of organization forms. Getting an EIN is free and can be done online or by mail directly through the IRS. Finally, you need to get your business ready to pay the necessary taxes. Because LLCs are considered pass-through entities, the business itself isn't responsible for reporting and paying taxes. That responsibility is passed on to the owner or owners, unless you choose to be taxed as a corporation. So all income from the business is then reported and paid through the owner's personal tax return. Along with these taxes, be sure to be prepared for self-employment and payroll taxes if you plan to have employees, along with sales tax. Now, sales taxes are applied to the sale of physical and digital goods and some services. Getting your sales permit is free, and you can get it online through the Massachusetts Tax Connect website. Right now, the tax rate is 6.25%. How often you need to submit taxes to the state depends on how much tax you collect. If you collect more than $1,200, you need to submit that to the state every month. If you collect between $100 and $1,200, you need to submit those payments quarterly. At the bare minimum, all businesses that collect sales tax will need to file a business use tax return at least once a year. Now, along with taxes, LLCs in Massachusetts have to file annual reports. The fee is $500 and it's due due on or before the anniversary of when you filed your certificate of organization. You can take care of this online through the Secretary of Commonwealth website, or you can mail it in as well. So there is an easier and less stressful way to get all of this done. I personally don't have the time or the patience to do it all myself, and honestly, I will 100% mess something up. That's why I went with ZenBusiness to set up my LLC. So in my opinion, it's a great option, especially if it's your first time starting a business, since they make the entire process smooth and easy. Now, of course, there are other great options. I've tried LegalZoom, Tailor Brands, and Swift Filings. And if you're curious how they compare, I've linked my full reviews in the description below. If you want to check out what we're covering today, we have affiliate links in the description. Using these earns us a commission at no extra cost to you, which really helps support the channel. All right, so if you haven't heard of ZenBusiness, it's a popular formation service that helps you handle the legal and compliance side of starting a business. They simplify the process of starting and managing a business, particularly for those new to entrepreneurship. It stands out for its user-friendly platform, great pricing, and a range of services designed to help take out the complexity of starting and running your business. Now let's go through how you'd actually apply for an LLC using ZenBusiness. So the first step is to click the Start an LLC button on its website. From there, you'll type in the name you've picked for your LLC and select Massachusetts from the drop-down menu. Next up, you're going to answer some questions about your business, and the system will suggest any extras you might need based on your situation, something like a registered agent. Then you will just pick the ZenBusiness plan that works best for you. It starts with a free starter plan, and you only need to pay the state filing fee, which makes it a budget-friendly choice for new entrepreneurs. This tier covers essential LLC filings with a 100% accuracy guarantee and even includes optional first-year compliance monitoring at no extra charge. Now from there, their pro plan costs around $200 per year plus state fees. It adds rush filing so your application can be processed in just one business day. You also get an EIN and an operating agreement included, which saves you from having to pay extra for those separately. Now, the premium plan is about $300 per year plus state fees and includes everything in the pro plan, along with an AI website builder, a custom domain, a business email address, access to a library of document templates, and priority support. So whether you're just starting out or looking for an easier and less stressful way to handle the paperwork, ZenBusiness gives you some solid options to choose from. And that's it. Simple, right? You can try setting up your LLC in Massachusetts yourself, or let a business formation service handle the process for you. Honestly, it just depends on what works best for you. ZenBusiness is a solid option. They guide you through everything, handle the filings, and even include helpful extras like compliance reminders and an operating agreement depending on your plan. But if you don't mind doing a bit of research and you just want to save some money, then you can do it all yourself. Either way, you've got options and it's not as scary or as difficult as it sounds. So that wraps up this video. If it was helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. And don't forget, you can find the affiliate links for what we covered right below this video. And if you do use them, we earn a commission at no extra cost to you, which helps support the channel. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, drop them below and I'll do my best to reply as soon as I can. Finally, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.